Good morning. Welcome to the first episode of Weekly Spark for 2023. And this one's a little bit different. There's actually not journaling on this one yet. But I do a lot of written journaling at the end of the year and kind of assess how things went, what I want to add more of, what worked well, what I want to keep. And I realized that although I had been journaling quite a bit in my art journal through the course of the year, whether it was for myself or for Weekly Sparks or for classes that I'm teaching, there weren't as many pages that were my own personal pages as I had expected. In fact, I've been journaling in this small Arteza 5x8 for most of the Weekly Sparks, and I pulled out my larger journal and I hadn't done anything since like April. Pages for me. So that is something that I want to address, because art journaling for me is definitely a kind of self-care. It's a kind of stress release. It is a kind of celebration. It's a kind of play. It's a kind of therapy. It can be all of these things that are traditionally both negative and positive. And while that sounds contradictory, it is all of those things to me. And it's a place where I can kind of get grounded, and I want to make sure that there are pages I get to do that are for me and not for work. So what's contradictory is that then I'm going to be filming them for this YouTube, even though technically that falls into the work category. I'm going to do a lot less voiceover and instruction, figure out how to work YouTube music, and then share my pages with you in a little more casual format than I had done last year. Now, if you asked me last year, was I going to consistently put up one video a week, I would have laughed and started to make excuses and explained why that was going to be so hard when I was traveling for arts festivals and art shows. But I'm really proud that I did it, and I'm proud of the content. I just want to change things and not repeat that for another year and make an adjacent move to do something that is a bit more free and a bit more fluid for me. So along those lines, I've decided that I am going to pick 12 themes, one for each month, because that will give me a theme to play with and give me that nudge to work on the page in my journal. But also, I'll give you this list of themes ahead of time and invite you to art journal along with me. I've posted them all on the blog. I can read them to you quickly here. They're some of my favorite symbols and motifs and themes. The hand, the spiral, leaf, key, eyes, the moon, labyrinths, triquetra, or that kind of Celtic threefold knot, florals, vessels, butterflies, and goddess. So if you've taken classes with me, you may have seen some of these motifs pop up in Sparking Creativity, which is my intro course, because I think that they're very, they're archetypal symbols that appeal to people and can be interpreted in different ways, no matter what your experience, what your knowledge base, where you're coming from. So again, I've returned to some of those favorite motifs of mine for this upcoming 2023 themed Weekly Sparks. In some of the videos, I may explain what I'm doing, if it's something that I really haven't done before, something unusual, something that's new and exciting to me. But for the most part, I'm going to slow them down, speed them up, let the music play, and just put the videos up. I posted all of this on my blog as well, so that you have that list in front of you if you wanted to, take a screenshot of that, print it out, and put it on your bulletin board, stick it in the front of your art journal. But I do invite you to share with me. I need to come up with a hashtag, so more on that in the upcoming videos. I just wanted to kind of get this new idea out there as to what I'm going to be doing. And I hope to have an actual page up for you this week. I'm getting ready to do some traveling next week, so I'm trying to get things done in advance and juggle everything. So worst case scenario, the first Weekly Spark hands-on, get it, video will come to you next week. But I look forward to this adventure, and I would love to have you share it with me, no matter what your experience level, whether you're collaging or painting, whether you want to work in Procreate on an iPad device, whether you want to work only in watercolors, whether you want to work in jewelry or some other mediums. But each month, there's going to be a post that talks about the symbolism and why I love it so much, what it means to me, as well as what it means in other cultures and kind of the general consensus of symbolic meanings. And I'm also going to start a Pinterest page and pin some things that you can use as inspiration. So all of that information is coming soon, just kind of setting the stages and laying out the plan today, and more details to come when I do the first actual Weekly Spark video with some pages. So stay tuned for the things that I love the most, meaning and myth and magic and symbolism and art journaling. And I hope you have a chance to take it to the page. Maybe you'll come with me and share this journey as we go forward into the new year. Thanks. Do all the YouTube things. Please hit the bell and subscribe and like the channel and all those things. It's great for my stats, but it'll keep you up to date when new things are published. Thanks. Have a good afternoon.